What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, and today we're going to be talking about an all-new team that is coming out just for war, and it's very interesting. It's going to be kind of like Infestation, where we've got one new character. As you can see here, it's going to be Phantom Rider, and 4 reworks. So just like Infestation was with Big Time Spider-Man and the 4 reworks, this is going to be the same thing. But instead, this is going to be a war offense team called the Secret Warriors. So very, very interesting. And the best part about this is it looks like Phantom Rider is completely free, kind of like Ares. So you'll find declassified intel on the new Secret Warriors team. Read up on them and keep your eyes open for upcoming battle passes that'll reward Phantom Rider shards. So it kind of looks like Phantom Rider is going to be completely free, just like Ares was. I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing with the red stars, all that kind of stuff. So this is pretty awesome. A full free team. And then the 4 reworks are going to be Yo-Yo, Quake, Domino, and Negasonic. That's right. The absolute bottom of the barrel of your roster. So get your gold, get your training materials ready, because all of these people are absolute trash until this rework. So lovely, 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 except for maybe Negasonic, but yeah. All right, so let's just go over everything that we're going here. So one of the top war offenses together, the Secret Warriors can pick off top Alliance war defenses. It'll take a Supreme Psychic like Xavier to fend off this ruthless team. So pretty much what they're saying is this team can beat almost anything except for something that might have Xavier, which is interesting. That's kind of what they're alluding to here. So it'll be interesting to see if that is actually the case. So Phantom Rider abilities, he's going to be Hero, City, Mystic, Blaster, and Secret Warrior. Speed of 125, so not the fastest, but not too slow. We got the basic quick draw. Attack a primary target for 300% damage. Apply 2 bleed. If the primary target has bleed, bonus attack for 270 damage. So that's pretty interesting. The Awakened ability, attack gains 30% drain. So he does have an Awakened on his basic, his special, not his ultimate, and then I think his passive as well. Or maybe it's just his base. Oh, yeah, it's his passive as well. Actually, it's on all of them. I lied. It's got it on all of them. So, yeah, Awakened abilities. So that's kind of like Ares. Cool. All right, special. Ghost Ride, energy 810. So it's going to be going off turn 2. Flip immunity to disrupted on primary target. And apply stun, so kind of like Guardian ult, where it's flipping the immunity and then applying stun, which is really great. On attack primary target and all enemies in that character's row for 375% damage and apply trauma. This is also very interesting as well. So this is kind of like the Beta Ray build basic, where it goes just in either the front row or the back row. So it's either going to hit the back 2 or the front 3, which is pretty interesting as well. If the target has stun, prolong the duration of all negative effects except stun and ability block on that target by 1, up to a max of 3. Pretty cool. On kill, attack the most injured enemy for 350% damage. So a little bit of a delete mechanic there, and then you get an extra hit on somebody else who's the most injured. Cool. On war offense, if this character has 3 or more Secret Warrior, first of all, 3 or more, amazing. Allow for some plug and play like Mephisto, Professor X, Odin, whatever it is. I think that's great. Apply stun to the primary target and all enemies in that character's row. So this is a 3-character stun just on the front row, which is very, very interesting. Very cool. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. And then the Awaken ability is on war offense. This attack ignores defense up. The Awaken ability for the special is not very good in my opinion. Same thing with the basic, honestly. So those are probably going to be the ones they give away for free, right? Because that's how that works. All right, ultimate. Bucking Banshee. Energy cost 3/3. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 425% damage. And apply heal block for 2 turns and trauma for 2 turns as well. This is not tied to war as well. This is just outside of war. So pretty interesting. Pretty good damage, heal block, trauma. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. On war offense specifically, clear 2 random positive effects from each target. The Awakened ability replaces the above functionality with copy 2 random positive effects except taunt from each target to self. Flip 2 random positive effects on each target. So instead of just clearing it, you're going to copy and then flip if it's the Awaken, which is pretty interesting. You're also clearing all battlefield effects on the enemy side, so like Mark of Mephisto. Obviously, this is going to go up turn 1, so Mark of Mephisto will be gone, which is really, really nice. Nothing wrong with that. If this character has 3 or more Secret Warrior allies, flip Exhausted to offense up on self and all Secret Warrior allies. That's nuts. So again, going into a Mephisto, you're going to be clearing the battlefield effect. You're also going to be flipping exhausted into offense up. So this is going to be a great team to take out Mephisto stuff instead of having to use like Undying and stuff like that to take out Mephisto comps. So pretty nuts there. Characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked as well. Now his passive, Ghostly Gunslinger, on spawn, gain revive once. On turn, attack all enemies for 325% damage, plus clear all charged. Reduce the duration of 3 random positive effects by 1. Very, very interesting. Awaken ability on turn. If any charged were cleared, heal self for 10% of this character's max health. On non-summoned enemy death, gain revive once. So even if there's a Black Cat taking that revive once on spawn, or a North Star ultimate taking out that revive once, guess what? Now, if you get a kill, he's going to gain that revive once back. On Secret Warrior ally death, flip disrupted on self, gain offense up for 2 turns, and on War Offense, fill speed bar by 100%. That's pretty nuts. On revive, clear all negative effects from self and Secret Warrior allies, and apply 2 death proof and speed up for 1 turn. Again, that's to all allies, all Secret Warrior allies. Bury yourself and all Secret Warrior allies for 25% of this character's max health. So stats are going to matter on Phantom Rider for sure. Now on War Offense, revive with 100% of this character's max health. While this character has revive once, and this is pretty nuts, gain 25% dodge chance and 3,000% focus. So anything he's doing is going to land unless you have like a CGR on the other side with CGR passive. That's pretty much it, which is really nuts. And then on War Offense, if this character has 3 or more Secret Warrior allies, enemies cannot fill speed bar for themselves or allies. Again, 3 or more. This is awesome. Keep doing 3 or more so we could throw in plug and plays into this team. That is awesome. On War Offense, enemies cannot gain deflect, counterattack, or evade. And then on War Offense, this character's passive revive chance cannot be reduced or prevented. That's insane. That's nuts. So like what they call out here, Hitmonkey and Mephisto are 2 characters that can lower passive revive chance. So Mephisto, no matter what, even if a Mephisto is there, this revive chance is still going to work. Even if Hitmonkey is there with the full team, that revive chance is still going to work. That's pretty nuts. I really, 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 really like that. And that is really, really cool. I enjoy that a lot. That is a direct counter to Mephisto because obviously Mephisto stops revives. So let's get into it. Yo-Yo updates. We've got a massive health, damage, armor, focus, and resistance upgrade. Almost like 2.5 to 3.5 fold on all of them, which is absolutely insane. Massive, massive changes. So we're going to go over what is new. So the only thing that's changing on the basic is we're going to gain an assist from a random Secret Warrior ally now as well. For the special, all we're going to do is apply Safeguard to self and all Secret Warrior allies now, which is pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. We've still got the extra bonus hits, no counterattacks, all that good stuff. And then the ultimate, you're also going to be generating 1 ability energy to all Secret Warrior allies now. And then on War Offense, generate 1 ability energy for a random Phantom Rider ally. So the way I'm reading this, it looks like it's going to be Secret Warrior allies, and then it's going to be an extra ability energy for Phantom Rider. So he's getting 2 technically. That would be pretty cool. So then ideally he'd be able to ult back to back, right? Because he's ulting, and then he's getting 2 more ability energy. But when he takes his turn, he gains another ability energy. So technically he could ult twice in a row. Pretty interesting, pretty interesting. Okay. So I like that, getting some energy distribution out there. Nothing wrong with that. And then the passive got a bunch of stuff added. So apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all turns to all allies, which is awesome. So that is not just on War Offense, that's everywhere. On War Offense, apply 2 evade to self and all Secret Warrior allies. Awesome there. On War Offense, if that enemy has Safeguard and Yo-Yo has Secret Warrior allies, instead reduce the duration of a random positive effect per Secret Warrior ally. So this gets into the thing where if you want to have more Secret Warrior allies, you'll have more positive effects being reduced, which is very, very cool. I really like this. And it also cannot be dodged, which is awesome. I really, really like that. That's very cool. When an ally drops below 50% health, apply defense up to for 2 turns to that ally. If that ally has was a Secret Warrior, flip disrupted to immunity for that ally. Also really great. And if that ally was a Phantom Rider, gain defense up for 2 turns and taunt for 2 turns. also just gain 25% dodge chance innately for Yo-Yo. So pretty awesome. Quake. Quake has not been meta since Black Widow Quake Arena meta. And if you're old enough to know what that is, congratulations. You need to apply for Social Security because that was a long time ago. But they used to be one of the best duos in the game. Fun fact. So yeah, Quake updates, 345% health, 350% damage, almost 400% armor, 330% focus, 330% resist. Amazing. So we're going to talk about what's new here. Nothing changed with the basic. It is all the exact same. So the special is going to be attack primary target for 240% damage instead of 210% damage. It's also going to be applying disrupted as well. And then if Phantom Rider is an ally, apply slow to the primary target and the secondary targets. So still doing really, really good stuff with slows out there. And it means you could take out Yo-Yo if you want to and put in another plug and play. Instead of having Yo-Yo in there, she might be the one that you end up dropping. So ultimate here, clear barrier from all enemies. Awesome as always. On war offense, if this character has 3 or more Secret Warrior allies, apply ability block to primary and adjacent targets. So it's actually interesting because it attacks all enemies, but now it depends who you target because it's going to be primary and adjacent for the ability block, which is really cool. Also gains extra focus. Not too bad at all. Now the passive, this all got added here. So when a Secret Warrior ally drops below 40% health, clear 3 random negative effects on that ally. On a Secret Warrior ally turn end, attack the most injured enemy for 150% damage and apply heal block up to a maximum of 3. Awesome. Gain 100% focus. That's just flat focus. Interesting. Secret Warrior and Shield allies gain 100% focus. Interesting that they're doing this because I thought they said they wanted to stop putting this in kits because they wanted this stuff to just be baked into the stats. So kind of interesting that they kept this here. I'm curious as to why, but hey, I don't make the kits. On war offense, if this character has 3 or more Secret Warrior allies, on spawn, apply immunity and safeguard to all Secret Warrior allies. So we're getting defense up from Yo-Yo, right? Which we talked about up here. Defense up for 2 turns to all allies. And now we're getting safeguard and immunity. So essentially, guess what? Infinity Watch. Safeguard, immunity, defense up. Absolutely insane. On spawn, generate 2 ability energy for self. Lower crit damage by 100% for all enemies with ability block, which the 3 enemies will have ability block from the ultimate. Pretty awesome. I really like Quake's kit. Quake looks really, really good. We got Domino as well. A 540% health stat increase is absolutely insane. Damage, armor, everything going up a lot. So the only new thing that we're going to have here is we're going to be gaining an assist from Secret Warrior ally on the basic. The special is now going to clear 2 negative effects from self and all Secret Warrior allies. Pretty straightforward. Another cleanse, which is great. And then the ultimate here, this character has 3 or more Secret Warrior allies. Apply disrupted to secondary targets. This attack also cannot be dodged if you have 3 or more. So pretty awesome here. And then passive Lady Luck. Apply an additional negative 15% crit damage to all enemies, which is really, really nice. So essentially negative 15% crit damage plus the minus 100% crit damage from the passive here from Quake when they have ability block is very interesting. And also, the only other thing that was added is on-spawn fill speed bar for self and all Secret Warrior allies by 5% plus apply offense up. So speed up, 5% speed bar on spawn. We have offense up, defense up, safeguard, and immunity on spawn so far. Oh my, this team is looking pretty nuts. Negasonic getting some updates as well. Negasonic actually had a really good kit, so I'm interested to see how strong she's going to be. You see, this is the least amount of stat upgrades out of the rework so far. 300% damage, about 300% for everything. Health was a little bit extra because she was pretty squishy. So the only thing that's changing is on the basic, we do have applied bleed, and then on war offense, if Phantom Rider is an ally, this attack does an additional 50% damage. Cool. And then for the special, on war offense, if Phantom Rider is an ally, this attack does an additional 50% damage. Interesting. And then for the ultimate, if Phantom Rider is an ally, this attack does, again, another 50% damage. Pretty interesting that they added 50% damage just to have Phantom Rider there. I don't know why. A little interesting. I guess just to make the team better with Phantom Rider, if we want to use the 4-piece before we get Phantom Rider, right? We could use the 4-piece and then plug and play with like Mephisto, whatever it is, and then ended up getting Phantom Rider from those battle passes once we get them. If this character has 3 or more secret warrior allies, reduce the duration of all positive effects by 2 on all enemies. Gain 500% extra focus for this action. If this character has 3 or more secret warrior allies, clear 2 random negative effects on self and all secret warrior allies. So you're reducing the positive effects by 2 on all enemies, gaining focus for it, and you're also doing a 2 random negative effects cleanse on your allies. That is absolutely insane. This is essentially wiping out the all the positive effects that Mephisto gives from his pact, and then you're also taking away the battlefield effect with Phantom Rider and his ultimate. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This is really, really cool. Now for the passive, on spawn, bury yourself and secret warrior allies for 25% of this character's max health. We also have on war offense, fill this character's speed bar by 10% plus 5% per secret warrior ally. So we're getting 5% from Domino, but then we're also getting 35%. So we're getting 40% speed bar on spawn for this team, because 10% plus another 20%. Oh no, it's 40%. Yeah, 40% or 35%. I'm dumb. 10% plus 20 is 30, plus 5 is 35. I did math, don't worry. So 35% speed bar on spawn is kind of nuts. On enemy turn, bury yourself for 10% of this character's max health and fill speed bar by 10%. That's pretty nuts too. So a lot of speed bar being filled, obviously, and then the barrier is going to keep help with survivability as well. On successful dodge by a secret warrior ally, barrier that ally by 10% of this character's max health. And when a Phantom Rider ally drops below 40% health, barrier self for 15% of this character's max health and gain taunt for 2 turns. If this character has barrier, gain 30% armor. So this team looks so beefy. Safeguard immunity, defense up, and offense up on spawn. They have health triggers in, I think, every single kit that is going to help them with survivability. Phantom Rider's got a revive that's going to continually come back every time you get a kill, and it can't be reduced by things like Hitmonkey passive or from Mephisto passive. This team looks absolutely insane. Now, it is a war offense only team, it seems, but it'll be interesting to see how they're going to fare in other game modes, because a lot of their stuff is stuck behind war offense, but not everything. So there could be some uses outside of war offense. But if this is just going to be a war team, this might be a team that you end up skipping just for your resources. But if you got a lot of resources or you love war, this is going to be a great team for you. I think this is absolutely awesome that we're getting an infestation style team for offense, and I think it's really going to help out war and that heavy defense meta that we've been facing. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Until next time, this has been Doolum. Later, MSFers.